Good morning, students. So, in our last class, we have discussed about the poet Ovid. I tried to give you a little bit of information about his life and his creation and about his style. So, today we are going to deal with our particular area which has been prescribed in our syllabus. And in our syllabus, we are supposed to deal with this particular section. You can see this one. See this one from line 253 to um, 315. This particular part has been prescribed to you, but apart from that part I will be describing you the summary of the previous sections also. Just a brief summary, just I will give you some names and their story summary of the stories mentioned in this section. So book 3 actually starts from 138 lines. So here we have sorry, not 138, so my bad, sorry, please ignore that one. So book 3 starts from 1 to 49. We have the story of Cadmus, and there is a character Cadmus we're having here. So let us find out that what happens here. So you can see that in book 3 from line 149, it is there is a, the heading is Cadmus searches for his sister Europa. Europa, does this ring a bell? Europa, are you familiar with this? Yeah, Europa is that name from where you get the idea of Europe. And these names are all mythologically connected. So it's not like that out of the blue these continents, these places were named like that. It has some sort of reference, mythological reference, obviously. That's why it is like the name is like that. So here we have here. So Cadmus searches for his sister. Now, why he is searching for his sister? Because she has been abducted by the god Jupiter. Now, what kind of god Jupiter is that? He is actually abducting girls from the very earth. So here it is. Back in those days, numerous stories we will find in Roman mythology. There we will find that Jupiter is involved with many girls, where he made relationship with them, and sometimes the relationship was made forcibly using his influence. So it was like that. How to interpret these things, that even some of the cases girls also fancy about him. Why it is like that? It is actually the status of god and his power attracts people. So Jupiter is very powerful, and no wonder that women were attracted to him. And it is like a common thing over here, isn't it? So here it is, and now the god dispensing with the deceptive image of the bull confessed who he was and made for the fields of Crete. Meanwhile, Europa's father, in ignorance of these orders, his son Cadmus to search for the stolen girl. So Cadmus got a duty, got a responsibility, because his sister was lost. And you can see there was a bull. Actually, this bull appeared in Crete, and Europa's father, he ignored the bull, and that's why his daughter was stolen. And it was like a punishment for him. So he tried to find him, but he was unable to do so. So Cadmus' father put this responsibility on Cadmus. So he was looking for his sister Europa. And one thing you should know, the king of god Jupiter himself abducted his sister. So you can be sure that it is impossible for anyone to find Europa. You see here it has been mentioned, for who can discover whatever Jupiter has taken. So the name of Cadmus' father is Agnor's son, the fugitive shuns his native land. He tried his level best to find his sister. He even consult Apollo's oracle also. And who is Apollo? Apollo is the sun god. Okay, so it is he is worshipped all over the Roman Empire, and their people, they have a very deep faith on Apollo, and they usually used to visit Apollo's temple for oracles, various types of prophecies and things like that. So if they have any problem like that, they would like to ask Apollo what is the solution, where to look for, and how to get the treatment of things like that. So you will find this reference of Apollo in Sophocles, Oedipus, also Oedipus the king. There you will the title might be different from it. Somewhere you will find that Oedipus the king, and somewhere you will find Oedipus the Rex. So both of them are similar and written by the same person, Sophocles. So there it is. There also even a reference of Apollo. So he was looking for the answer where his sister might be. So he even visited Apollo's temple, but he was unable to get anything. So Phoebus, but there made there was a prophecy, or there was a advice to him was given. A heifer will find you in the fields that has never submitted to the yoke and is unaccustomed to the carved plow. So heifer means a cow, just a young cow, just a baby cow kind of. So it has never submitted to anyone. So you need to follow it, go where she lives, a female cow actually. So she was supposed to follow that. This was the oracle, and at certain place it will rest on a particular place where there will be a lot of grass. So wherever it stops, you build a city over there, and build the walls of Thebes. The name of that city would be Thebes. Even it is also been referred that what should be the name of the city, which should be created by Cadmus. So it is obvious that Jupiter is himself responsible behind the abduction of Europa, and Cadmus, no matter how hard he tries, he won't be able to find her. So Apollo knew this. So that's why the oracle was like this, that you follow a heifer, follow her, and wherever it stops, make a city over there and named it Thebes, create walls around it. So the land of Boeotia, so it has been said. So Cadmus eventually found that heifer, and he followed it. So when the heifer reached a particular place, he started working on that place, and he was planning to create a city. But no matter what kind of city you are creating, there must be abundant of water. There should be huge amount of water should be there, otherwise no city can sustain. So in the second section also you will find that there was a fountain, or there was a source of water like that. When his fellow men who were actually following Cadmus, or assisting Cadmus in the search of Europa, they found this fountain, and when they tried to reach that or access that fountain, they found there was a dragon. So you can say that why the reference of dragon is there. Even the reference of dragon is very common, like it has been mentioned in Ovid's Metamorphosis. But even if you go through Beowulf, then you will find that there is also a reference of dragon. I hope you are quite familiar with, because it was in your first sem. And the story of Beowulf, there was a fight with the dragon, and then dragon's mother Grendel, and they in both of the cases Beowulf was successful, but eventually he was killed. So there was a reference of dragon in Beowulf also, which is considered as one of the earliest epic, or the earliest epic written in Old English. Here also in Metamorphosis, the reference of dragon is there. But I would like to interpret the presence of dragon in a different way. It has been a customary that invaders, if you check the history, world history, you will find that people moved from one place to another, and they met with the native people, and whom they try to colonize or conquer or kill, whatever it is. Now later on, the stories are built up in this way, that the people who used to live there, that means the native people, they were like barbaric, they are like, they don't belong to our religion, they don't believe in our God. So it is okay to kill them. It is okay to kill them, to invade a particular place and try to capture the resources, kill the people, claiming those land, that it is our forefathers land, we are living for such a long time. How could you come here and conquer us, and how could you take all the resources which we have. Water is also a very important resources over here. Myth, if you read myth or stories in a particular fashion, just a story, and you don't interpret that, that is okay, you can do that. Otherwise, if you want to interpret in a different way, that uh, why the reference is dragon, whether the dragon was actually existing or a group of people has been described as dragon, that is a matter of question. It's not like that whatever I believe, but the history of the world, it says that whenever new people or a people who doesn't belong to a particular land appears, and they try to captivate, they try to conquer, they try to colonize people over there, and they use the resources and claim it as it is their own. And sometimes they use the divine references also. In this case also we have these divine references. As you can see, the oracle was from Apollo's temple. So they think that it is our god who said that you are supposed to visit a particular place, you are supposed to take control of that particular place. So okay, whatever it is, that is an analysis which that we say read between the lines. So it is also okay that, but it doesn't has any historical confirmation that yes, dragon was not a dragon, actually the native people. It is an observation. It is my opinion, it is my personal opinion. Obviously I do not want to indulge with the facts which we have here right now. It is my personal opinion, I interpret things in this way. So what happens, the eventually the dragon will be killed by Cadmus, and he will be able to successfully use the water fountain which was there. But one more thing I need to tell you, that the dragon first kill some of the people of Cadmus who were trying to access the water fountain, and they were killed. So there was a immediately when somebody is dying because of some people or some action, so the leader, uh, whoever it is, they will be clashing with each other to get revenge or things like that. So eventually the dragon is killed, and Cadmus plucked out a teeth of the dragon's teeth of the dragon, and he used that teeth, and he showed down on the very land where he is about to build the city Thebes. So it is also very significant that the new civilization takes place on the remains, or the on the earthly remains of the other humans or the other animals, whatever it is. It is obviously because cities, if you check the if the archaeological survey of India, or what do we say agencies like that who are specialized in this section, and if they try to look under the ground of the big cities, they might find some remains of other civilizations. Yes, this is also true. So here it is, Cadmus shows the dragon's teeth. Now, then he finally, after facing so many odds and disputes, finally he was able to settle, or rather, he was able to found successfully installed, or rather created the city Thebes. So this was the story of Cadmus, who was unable to find his sister, and with the advice or the oracle of Apollo, he founded Thebes. Thebes is the name of a city or a town, or he created a place where a lot of people will be, staying together. A new civilization has been created, and there was some resistance also from a dragon which was opposing it. So he fought it and finally killed that dragon, and finally he was successful to create the city Thebes. So this is what we have this story. So that will be all for today. So it's been 14 minutes. You know that YouTube video should be below this 14 to 15 minutes. That will be okay. Otherwise, it takes enormous time to for upload and create problems. So I try to give a summary for line number 1 to this one, 137. In my next presentation, I'll be describing about the story of Actian, and how he was killed, and that will go on. I hope yes, another presentation would be required. for the story of actin. Then we will be moving to the required section, and then we will be focusing on the particular section which has been which is prescribed in our syllabus, that is from 253. So that will be all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel and help my channel to grow. Thank you again.